Okay, so out at the greenhouse, a couple things that I wanted to accomplish today. One was to look at the sweet potatoes and probably actually, I came out here to pull bugs off of them, but honestly, I have not seen the caterpillars, so I don't know if they went to cocoon or if they got eaten or died out. Not sure. I haven't really run into them again this time around, so knock on wood, then maybe that's a good thing. So then I also wanted to pull up some of the sweet potatoes, see how they are doing. Last year when I had the sweet potatoes, they ran a long way along the ground, but didn't sink into new spots. This time around, not that you can see it too well, but they did actually sink into a couple spots where they weren't before, and then started spreading out from there. So that said, so far I haven't had too much luck on the couple of plants that I pulled. One, they're down deeper than I was necessarily thinking they would be. So ended up having one that might have been a nice one, but ended up kind of getting split. And I think the other half is still about 1.5 feet down underground. And also on some of the ones where they were pushing into the ground now, end up looking like this. So they hadn't started doing their really having the sweet potato yet, but kind of pulled those out. And have one that looks all right. It's in the hand, so I'll end up splitting it in two to dry it, but we'll see how the rest go as I move down. I think as I get further down the row, I should start to hit some bigger ones. That's all for now. Okay, I've cut back the vines. You can kind of see the different areas where there is green now kind of standing up. That's where there's still where the sweet potatoes, I believe, are going to be. These are really volunteer sweet potatoes. I did not plant sweet potatoes here after harvesting last year. These are ones that came back up either because I missed them or because the vines were still kind of there, pieces of vines. And in some cases it's going to be because of the vines going over and actually sinking into the ground, whereas last year had the problem that they weren't doing that. They were just running along the ground without sinking into a new area. So I am now going to go ahead and pick. Well, I think it's safe to say that this was a failure as far as the sweet potatoes go. Really only had one or two that thin roots that were keepable, and then some that just kind of were broken when putting in or pulling out, kind of broken. So may not be able to salvage those. That'll go to chicken. And then one large one that I was thinking, oh, this will be good, but unfortunately it's actually mush. So really for all that area, only had a lot of spindly roots, and only about 3 sweet potatoes that were really keepable. So I think I am done with the pulling out sweet potatoes for today, and I won't replant sweet potatoes in this area. I think I'm going to go ahead and do taro, move it over to this side, see if it does a bit better. And actually, in retrospect and reading more on taro, didn't seem to be as bad of a harvest as I thought that had been, and found where I'd left a couple of the culms on the ground here. So we'll plant taro in this area now and call the sweet potatoes for this side kind of a loss. Still have sweet potatoes kind of on the other side of the banana plants that I will look at pulling out on a future date. Okay, time for a quick after video. I went ahead and took out the sweet potatoes. They really didn't have a lot there. and planted taro in place of that. While there are still cucumbers up here, I think I'll be back here next week, so I'm going to let those fill out a bit more before I pick them. Really, those were the main things today on this visit. The bananas still coming along. This is the one set. Haven't grown too much. And the other set of bananas when I get there. Other set of bananas, not really doing too much at this point. And still have the oranges on the tree, still as green as ever. So, not too much else, well, to say today. So I hope that you have a great day, and have a great day.